that little jingle. That means it's Kids in the Kitchen week, and our favorite English chef is here. Just back from a family trip to the Mediterranean.
Oh, so
as
fancy.
one does.
So Chef Daniel Green and his daughter Georgina just got back from a spring trip to Italy. Oh, it sounds so nice. And they brought back a recipe that they want to teach us today.
Hi,
Hello.
guys.
Welcome back from across the pond.
Well, thank you.
Hi, Georgina.
Gigi, how was the trip?
It was fun.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the highlight, the thing that you'll remember the most?
The views.
Oh, wow. So beautiful.
Is the water really that pretty? I mean, I've seen pictures and it looks gorgeous.
It was a little bit colder that time of year, but yeah, boy, was that pretty. The views were stunning.
So when you travel, Daniel, you're always thinking about how to bring the food home, right?
Yes,
I mean, you're
exactly,
experiencing it. So
exactly.
okay, here you are just crushing pasta.
Which I normally don't do. That's why I took a picture.
Very exciting. What were some of the flavors and the things that stood out to you to want to bring home?
I think the simplicity. I think the simplicity of Italian food. And you go to the grocery stores and they just don't have a lot of junk. It's just about the simple, great food. So we loved bruschetta and we thought we'd come up with a really simple way of doing it. Isn't that right, Gigi? Yeah?
Gigi, what's on this one then? What are some of the, just list out the ingredients and then your dad can help us with the technique too.
Basil, tomatoes, garlic, bruschetta, balsamic, and olive oil.
Okay. Fabulous.
All of our favorite things.
This is-
I know.
yeah.
We can't wait for this. Now, Daniel, you were telling us before this segment started, this simple bruschetta back in the day was not this complex. Was
Yeah,
it?
because who did we find that out from?
Alexa.
Last night we were doing a little bit of history. It was the original was just garlic and olive oil, but in today's world, just tomato and basil and different cheeses, and you can go anywhere with it as well. What else did we find out that it's called? It means something.
It means to burn over fire.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Because Alexa's always right, right?
Alexa's
Yeah,
always right.
always
Everything
right.
you see on the internet is right. Gigi, don't ever believe that. It's not true.
I'm going to start off with a little tapenade, and I love this because you can use it, keep it in olive oil. Olive oil obviously preserves food as well. So I've just got some fresh tomatoes, and then my favorite ingredient to use is sun-dried tomatoes.
Yes, so good.
It gives the most incredible texture to if you're just making a pasta sauce. If you're making anything tomato-based, even a soup.
Are
if
these
you add a
packed in
bit-
oil or
packed
are they?
in oil?
Okay.
Well, that's a really good thing as well to mention. You actually don't want to use too much of the oil from the jar because it's very condensed and salty. It's better to add your own olive oil rather than the olive oil from the jar because it really does pick up a little bit too much salt.
Okay.
Oh, that's good to know.
So
Okay.
I'll give that to Gigi. Now she's putting some basil in there.
And she's ripping the basil.
Yes, because if you cut it, it bruises it.
Oh, that's very
is that
smart.
the trick? Okay.
See, and then the basil, maybe I'll try to make basil over basil, a thing I'm working on with process, Daniel.
Yes.
You know,
What's the other one? Tomatoes.
tomatoes. Yeah,
I like tomatoes.
I do too.
I'm going to make a little bit of a noise just for a second.
That's all right.
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
Blend in the beaker.
And I love this because it's just so easy and you want to get it really...
Whoa, this is going to be good.
Are you using any other seasonings besides just those ingredients?
You know, really not, again, you didn't see me do salt. You could add a bit of pepper, but the salt is enough in the tomatoes to really last through that. And again, we did put a tiny bit of salt in those tomatoes.
Yes.
And then what we'll do is, it's the burrata as well, which is incredible. You can buy the little mini ones, which are lovely for bruschettas as well.
But the burrata is it's that fresh mozzarella, but it's got that creamy texture inside. It puts any other mozzarella to shame.
It does.
Yeah, it really
It's
does.
so
Yeah, it really
life-changing.
does.
Yes.
We had some away actually, and it was just, it was incredible, so creamy. That's a little bit of balsamic for kind of, and again, a little bit of sweetness, like you were talking before about a honey dish, it's putting that on.
I'm just so impressed that she is just taking over and just doing this without being prompted. She really knows how to handle herself in the kitchen.
She does love being in the kitchen, which is very special.
And Gigi, you accessorize. I love all of it. My daughter is the same. The more the better. It makes me so happy.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
cute.
More is more.
Yeah.
Then what you do is we do get a little bit of garlic and you just keep the skin on so you don't touch your fingers with it.
Oh.
And if you just give it a little bit of a brush over that, it honestly gives a really mild garlic taste, which isn't crazy. It's not like it's strong, but obviously it being raw, it's not very strong on your breath either. So it's a really nice way to get a tiny bit of garlic on that.
Okay.
Okay, that's interesting. So I didn't know that you can leave the skin on because I was thinking that you'd have to take that off to get the oils to spread
No,
out.
I mean, I've cut it in half.
I can smell it.
I've cut it in half, so I'm using the half to go over it. I'm just holding the skin on,
The
so I
skin
don't
on
just
the
got my
other side.
fingers.
Skin on that side.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Just so I don't kind of, it stays on you. Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to pop a little bit on there.
Oh my gosh. I want to use that sauce on like
The
everything.
sauce is it's
Eat that with a
that simple.
spoon.
I just made it on the weekend and we used it for a tomato sauce and then I put it in a soup. I mean, there's just you just couldn't change the.
I mean, I feel like it could
consistency.
be like a pizza sauce even.
Yes.
One of the nicest things about the trip, because I know your lovely mum's here, we have to save a piece for her. We got to see my lovely mum and dad, so that was special for her because it was a quicker trip for them to do than over here.
that's
That's
so
kind of why we
Ew.
went. So.
Oh, I love that. Okay, now how are we going to put the rest of it on, Gigi? Are you in charge?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Give us the strategy and let's get her on there.
So what I do first is I take the bruschetta and put it on.
Okay. So the
You-
cheese goes on first.
Cheese,
Yes.
that's the burrata,
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we do, yeah, we could do, we'll finish off a few after. Do you want to do one more piece of cheese there?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
Ben
more
wants a
on-
lot.
Yeah,
We're stingy on the cheese for Ben.
Gigi, more cheese the
Yeah,
better.
he's gonna get
Yes.
upset. Okay. And then just put a little. I mean, this plates so beautifully.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Freshness. And then, do you want to drizzle a little bit of that balsamic? Because that gives a nice. I know you put
little
some in there,
glaze.
but you could
Yeah.
do a little bit of that on there. You
On
can
top.
never have enough olive oil.
No, that's
the
very
olive
true.
oils we had as well. I mean, all I can say is go find in one of the grocery stores a boutique olive oil. It makes such a difference.
I know,
For
I'm sure it
finishing
does.
off, it really
Yeah,
does.
so good.
So you top it with that, and then you have a little sun-dried tomato and some basil on there as well if you
Yep.
want to like really make it super
Oh,
nice.
this is beautiful. Okay, do we get to take a bite?
Yes.
Yes. Are you okay
All right,
with
can we
that?
get, can we
All
get
right.
in there? I know.
It's going to
like
be
my
a little
mouth
bit
is watering.
messy, and we don't care, and we'll just take a big chomp. Okay. It's so good. Look at Daniel, such a treat. Oh my gosh, it's so fresh.
It's perfection. And I understand why you did not put much seasoning on that because it's such fresh, good ingredients that you really want that to come through, and it absolutely does.
Good point, like that basil really comes through because
Yeah.
you don't overpower it with other
Yes.
things. And that's kind of the takeaway from Italy was how you could just use a few simple things and expose those to be the flavor.
And sit outside when you eat this. This should
Yeah.
be eaten outside.
You guys are
Gigi,
fantastic.
We love you.
Thanks
you
for being
coming
here.
to see us again. Daniel, we love you too.
Thank you. You can find this recipe on our website, twincieslive.com. We're also going to post a link to Daniel's website to find even more delicious recipes. We'll be back right after this.